as I can. Thank you, Kylie. Might be the filter, but I appreciate it either way. But yes, let me know your names and questions if you are looking to get on my list. I'm currently offering personal readings. Those are $12 to my Cash App, Jodiedivine13, or through the link in my bio. An in-depth look at your situation or question. For now, we are just gonna be here for super long this afternoon. But yeah, just be here for a little while. It doesn't seem like I have the best connection, but hopefully it's okay. Hopefully you guys can see me and hear me at least. Oh my gosh, Lily. Call back 5 people? You're gonna be on the phone all day. But yes, it's frustrating sometimes how it's like can be so dry and it can be so empty and nothing's happening, and then Spirit's like, oh, you wanted this, here you go. Have it all at once. Zahira, you said, is Najib getting my messages? 8 of Cups, no. Kaylin, is Jacob's family upset with me? Is Jacob's family upset with you? 6 of Pentacles, yes. I feel like they care a lot about him and they care a lot about you too. I feel like they are maybe caring a little bit too much. Like, yes, maybe they're a little bit upset, but it kind of feels like they are making it into something bigger than what it is. Just based on what I'm seeing right now, at least. But yes, I'm just going to be here for the next little while, guys. If you are looking to get on my list for personal readings, those are $12 to my Cash App, Jodiedivine13, or through the link in my bio. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet in here, so if you are looking for your questions answered, let me know your questions in the comments. I'm doing free yes or no's. And yeah, coming to some of you there. Randy, you said, will my meeting go well tomorrow evening? So yes, we do have the card of strength, representing you, coming across as very strong, very clear, very confident. Someone who knows what they want and is gonna get what they want, I guess. Yobana, you said, will I be moving to Arizona soon? King of Swords, 6 of Cups in reverse. No, not anytime soon, at least not what we're seeing right now. We're seeing it be a little bit further away, possibly up to 6 months from now. Thank you, Yobana. It's nice to see you this afternoon. We're just getting started here this afternoon, guys. Also, if you did order video or audio readings from me, those are getting sent out before the end of the day, so thank you for your patience. If you are looking for something more in-depth this afternoon, as I said, my list is open for personal readings. Those are $12 to my Cash App, Jodiedivine13, or through the link in my bio. An in-depth look at your situation or question. But yeah, we're just getting started here, so let me know your yes or no questions in the comments. Hopefully come to lots of you this afternoon. We have a little bit of a smaller room. I was on this morning as well and it was kind of chaotic, so yeah, sometimes the quiet is nice. But yes, no worries, Lily. Free yes or no questions in the comments, guys. Hopefully I'm not glitching too much. Seems like I'm glitching a lot on my side. But yeah, that's just how my TikTok seems to be going for me these days. Bailey, you said, will W and I reconcile? Card of the Lovers, yes, and you may see this sooner rather than later. Katie, you said, should I wait for Brian a little longer? Should I wait for Brian a little longer? 7 of Swords in reverse, no. I feel like you kind of know the answer to that question. Jemima, will there be a problem because of the message I sent to the landlord? 9 of Cups. I feel like your problem's going to be fixed. They're not going to be happy about it, but no, I don't see there being a problem. I see your problem being fixed. Natalie, will Justin and I ever reconnect again? 7 of Cups in reverse, no. Tanya, would Sammy and I work long term? Five of Wands, Card of the World in reverse. It's unlikely. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I feel like it's unlikely just because of your differences. Your differences are a little bit at odds with each other. I definitely feel like you could make it work, but it would take a lot of effort to get to that point. Ash, you said, should I go to nursing school? Four of Wands. Yes. I see that being a good path for you. Jem, you said, does F and H both have feelings for you? Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles. What we're seeing is one of them, and I think we're leaning more towards F, did have feelings for you, but currently doesn't. So currently, as of right now, I would say no, not both of them. Okay, thank you guys for the love. Again, if you are looking to get on my list for personal readings, those are $12 to my Cash App, Jodiedivine13, or through the link in my bio. I'm just gonna move on to those now. I will be coming back to the free yes or no's shortly, so please be patient with me if you're waiting for those. I will be coming back to you guys. I'm not going to be on for super long this afternoon, so if you are looking to get on my list for personal readings, it is open. It's not going to be open for super long. But yes, let's go over to Riley. If you're here, my love, please let me know, and I will get started with you this afternoon. Okay, wonderful. Let's go ahead and get into it for you. So you said, not a whole lot has changed. He has been leaving me undelivered more. He's constantly been going to the lake every evening to fish with his friend, and now he's acting like he's not interested in me. I don't know why. Can I get a personal read on what is going on with this? So let's go ahead and see what is going on with this. Where do we see this coming from? So Queen of Cups, maybe you're a little tired of hearing this, but I do see that they still love you. I do still see those romantic feelings coming through. We also see here with the card of the Lovers in reverse, this is where it starts to get interesting. With the card of the Lovers in reverse and the Three of Swords, there's some kind of pain attached to you right now. There's some kind of pain attached to talking to you. There's some kind of pain attached to pursuing you. It almost feels like they're scared that they're going to be hurt if they hang out with you. Like, it feels like we're seeing some resistance from them, and that resistance is coming up in the form of them not responding to you, them not coming over, them not replying to you, things like that. We're seeing resistance, and it feels like the resistance is rooted in pain. So if we go a little bit deeper and see, okay, where does this come from? This is kind of where we see G there. You can kind of see they're blocking out their ears. They're not dealing with their problems. And I actually do feel like them going to the lake with their friend is a great way. It's a great way to blow off steam, I guess, but it's also a great way to avoid their problems. And I actually feel like that's what they're doing every evening, avoiding their problems. You see that there with the Nine of Swords, and then that back to the Three of Swords. They're being avoidant right now. That is what we're seeing. Just in short, they are being avoidant. I guess what we're seeing is when they're with you, they have to confront their feelings. When they're with you, they're kind of forced to be open. They're forced to be expressive. They're forced to think about things that are bothering them. It feels like you are a safe place for them. And then when they're in that safe place, that's when they have a tendency sometimes to be emotionally expressive, sometimes to break down, things like that. And they're being very avoidant of being in safe places or being in somewhere where they feel completely comfortable, or with someone like you in which they feel completely comfortable, because I guess they are avoiding the uncomfortable and they're avoiding confronting their feelings is what we see. And I don't actually just believe that this is rooted in their feelings for you. We see this being a bigger part of what's going on with them personally, what's going on with them independently. Maybe we see grief tied up in there, things like that. So it's almost like, yes, we see those feelings and those avoidance of those feelings for you, but then we also see avoidance of feelings in general, them avoiding feelings in general. So we do see that going on with them. I also feel like here with the card of the Emperor in reverse, for them, this is their way of controlling their situation. This is a way of controlling the narrative. This is their way of controlling their feelings by not talking about them or not being in a place where they feel comfortable talking about them. Again, it kind of connects to the avoidance. They're also controlling their avoidance is what we see there with the card of the Emperor in reverse. I do still see here with the Four of Wands, this person believes you they're that you are their soulmate, they consider you their soulmate, they still want to get back together with you, all of the things that we kind of mentioned earlier today. But right now it feels like they are shutting down a little bit, and that's why you're getting the impression that they're uninterested. That's why you're getting the impression that they don't want to see you, that they don't want to talk to you. I don't feel like it's that they don't want to see you or they don't want to talk to you. I think it's more to do with they feel like they can't see you, or they feel like they can't talk to you right now because of what's going on with them. So no, I don't think this is a healthy way to deal with what they have going on, but that is the way they're dealing with it. You said, how should I deal with this? Should I just continue doing my own thing and not reach out to them first? How should I deal with this? Yes, deal with it by coming back to yourself. We see that there with the card of the Empress. I think we mentioned that a little bit this morning. This is temporary, right? What they're doing to you, what they're doing to kind of the situation with you, how they're treating the relationship is temporary, but it's also frustrating because this is a pattern. Yes, they have done this before. Yes, they have shut down before. They've been avoidant before, and you can understand them, but that doesn't mean you get to excuse their actions. Something I always say is you can explain behavior, you can explain why. I can explain why they are acting the way they're acting. It doesn't necessarily excuse it. It doesn't mean that it's fair to you. So you said, when do we see them reaching out again? I do see them reaching out within the next 24 hours, likely around 7 or 8 a.m. tomorrow is what we see. So yes, I do see them reaching out soon. I think what we're going to see is you can feel them pulling back, so you in turn are going to pull back. I do believe they are going to be more pursuant, especially when they see you pulling away. But yeah, I feel like they are, it's been too long of this kind of like avoidance pattern and this like drawing you in just to push you away, drawing you in to push you away. So it's getting tiring. It's getting tiring, G. I will say that. Yes, I do see them reaching out early tomorrow. You said there was another guy asking to see me tonight, but I don't really want to because I feel guilty. But if G doesn't step up, I don't know why I should be worried about it. I do see that G does worry about that. We see that there with the Four of Cups. They worry that your rejection of them, not that you're necessarily rejecting them, but your rejection of them will lead to you seeing other people. Obviously, we see them worried about that. But I think at this point, you have to choose yourself, whether that looks like seeing other people, whether that just looks like spending time with yourself. You have to choose yourself, and I want you to think about really what does that mean to you. Maybe that involves seeing someone else, maybe that involves seeing yourself. We'll see. But yes, I do see them reaching out early tomorrow. Thank you guys for all the love. I will be coming back to the free yes or no questions in the comments shortly. So if you're waiting for those, thank you for your patience. Right now, I am coming to Lily. If you guys would still like to get on the list for personal readings, those are $12 to my Cash App, Jodiedivine13, or through the link in my bio. Okay, Lily, if you're here, we are gonna get started. Okay, I'm just reading through your message here. We are keeping it private as you requested. Yes, and even that timeline of 6 to 9 months, like it's not a long amount of time when you do consider your history, when you do consider the grand scheme of your life. It's not a long amount of time. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're seeing. I want to kind of do a little bit of zooming out and not just look at where we see them right now, because I feel like we did a lot of that this morning. I kind of want to see what we're seeing later this week. What about next week? What about next month? Where do we see things going in the big picture of things? So where we see them right now, Page of Cups in reverse, Four of Cups in reverse, like we talked about this morning, is that they are not making any plans. They're not making any plans for the relationship. They're not making any plans to connect with you. We talked a lot about you kind of being ahead of them in life, them feeling a little bit of shame around that, a little bit of embarrassment, feeling like they can't catch up to you, things like that. And that's why it's easier to maybe associate or hang around or talk to people that are who they feel like on their level. And that's why we talked about the third party. So we're not going to rehash that too much, just to give us an idea of where we're jumping off from. Page of Cups in reverse, Four of Cups in reverse, Eight of Cups. I do feel like even though we don't see the third party and Z getting back together, I don't see them in a relationship, I don't see them getting back together or hanging out or spending time together physically, we do see that the timeline has in some ways restarted a little bit. And I know that's disappointing. At this point, we're just kind of communicating honestly what comes in. We kind of see that they need to get further away from the third party before they can pursue you. And that's actually not new information. That's kind of what we've seen consistently, especially over the last couple of weeks, is they need to get further away from the third party, whether that means physical distance, emotional distance, time. They need to get further away from it before they can feel strong enough or confident enough to really pursue you romantically. So we're not just talking about communication, we're talking about pursuing you romantically, trying to get into a relationship with you, date you, things like that. I do feel like you're still on their mind, even though they may not be communicating. It also feels like they are kind of fantasizing and visualizing a lot, which does give me hope. Here with the Queen of Stars, King of Stars, this is kind of where they see you guys ending up, I guess. Very, very high value, successful, financially successful, professionally successful, socially successful, all the things. The King and Queen of Stars, that's kind of where they do picture you guys ending up. It's definitely not where they see themselves right now, but they do have this fantasy of you guys will end up together, you guys will end up connected and stable and financially successful, and all of the things is what we see. So as I said before, it does kind of feel like more distance is needed between the third party. Excuse me. More distance is needed between them and the third party before they can feel confident enough to pursue you. We may see communication coming in the meantime. At this point, we do see some kind of communication within the next 2 weeks. So I do believe you're going to hear from them. I'm not really seeing it be romantic pursuit. I'm not really seeing them ask to see you or anything like that. It kind of feels like it's going to be a more casual conversation, a conversation nonetheless. In terms of romantically pursuing you, we are seeing Leo season. We're seeing around 6 to 8 weeks from now. So pretty late in Leo season. You're seeing the first or second week of August. So yeah, not super soon, also not super far away. First or second week of August, we do see you guys actually spending time together. We see you guys meeting up in that time. It also looks like there will be some kind of physical affection or physical intimacy, whether this is hugging, kissing, something like that. We do see first or second week of August. So it's actually pretty soon in the grand scheme of things. It may not feel like somewhat soon, but that is kind of what we're seeing just in the timeline. I think what we see is it's going to take a lot of healing, and you know that's not new information either. It's going to take a lot of healing independently. You may still be healing from the past. They're definitely still healing from the past, whether that's with you, whether that's someone else. And then we kind of see the beginning of the healing together. So I actually see first or second week of August, you guys seeing each other around that time. It's going to take a little bit longer, I think, for you guys to reconcile, to commit to a relationship. We're seeing early September, so around a month after you guys first meet up again. So yeah, we actually see kind of a very planned timeline. Not from them, but from the universe, I guess. You said, is he aware of the timing? Is he not scared? I think here with the Nine of Cups in reverse, kind of the Emperor in reverse, I think by the time that comes, and we're not necessarily seeing this right now, but by the time that comes, late July, early August, I think they're just going to be so hopeful that kind of dissolves all the fear. Yes, we have seen them be a very, very fearful, anxious person, but by the time comes, it feels like they will have let go all of the fear because they're just hoping to get a chance with you. So yeah, I think what we see is when they're in this situation with the third party, it's very weird in that it feels like they lose their concept of time. And I think that's, even if you go back to the beginning of their relationship, the beginning of their connection, Z may feel like no time has passed. How can so much time have passed? How can it be this long? How could I have gone on with this for so long? And I feel like they really do struggle with that. And once they get out of that, it feels like they can just be hopeful for a chance with you. So yes, we will see. Thank you, Lily, though. I appreciate you. Okay, guys, we are keeping moving here with the list. The list is now closed, so I'm not accepting more payments. I'm coming to Kylie, and then I'm coming back to the free yes or no questions in the comments. Kylie, if you're here, let me know. As with all questions, guys, I do encourage you to do your own research. I do answer all questions, health, legal, fertility, all the things. But if you don't, but I do encourage you to do your own research as well, Kylie. So you said, I would like to know if I'm pregnant or not. I'm late and I'm kind of scared. I would like to know if I'm pregnant or not. I'm late and I'm kind of scared. So let's just go ahead and see what comes in, what comes out. What can I tell you? 10 of Wands in reverse, World in reverse, Page of Wands. I don't believe you are pregnant. So no, we are seeing a negative right now. We are seeing that the reason that you're late though is likely linked to stress. So if you feel like you have been particularly stressed, particularly overwhelmed, is something that comes in there with the 10 of Wands. It feels like this is causing you to be late. So just something to be aware of. Try to relieve that as much as possible. I know it's easier said than done sometimes. No, I don't believe you are currently pregnant. We're not seeing a current conception. We're not seeing a conception in the next few days or next couple of weeks. I do believe you will be pregnant. We are actually seeing, not sure of your plans, but we are seeing within the next 2 to 3 years. So I do believe you will be pregnant within the next 2 to 3 years, but I don't believe it will be anytime soon. I'm also seeing that you will be pregnant in the next 2 to 3 years with your current partner if you are in a current relationship. So yeah, you definitely got some fertile energy, Kylie, but I'm not seeing a current conception. I don't believe you are currently pregnant. I do believe you will have a pregnancy within 2 to 3 years, a successful pregnancy within 2 to 3 years. So that is what we are seeing. But yes, thank you, Kylie. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for all the love. The list is closed. I'm coming back now to the free yes or no's in the I will see what I have for you. The list for personal readings is closed. I'm coming back to the free yes or no's, and I will also be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for my free readings and $6 skip the lines. But if you're here now, let me know your names and questions. I'm coming to a few of you guys before I leave. Okay, Daisy, you said, will Fernando contact you soon? Card of the Hangman, 7 of Cups. Yes, I do believe it will be in July. Right now we're seeing July 9th. I know it tends to jump around a little bit. Right now we're seeing July 9th. Shell, you said, is Anthony planning on being in a committed relationship with you? 6 of Wands, yes. Yobana, with Damien moving back to Chicago, will it be soon? If so, when? Yes, I do believe they're moving to Chicago. We are seeing in Leo season, which is around a month, 4 to 6 weeks from now, most likely. Lily, you said, will Scott reach out soon? Lots of cards coming out for Scott. Will Scott reach out soon? Queen of Crystals, 2 of Stars in reverse. No, we're getting the message that he's scared of you or intimidated by you. We're seeing around 2 months from now. So no, not anytime soon. Okay, guys, I do have to love you and leave you for now. So sorry this was a little bit shorter. I will be back, as I said. When will I be back? I will be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So come back then if you're around. Otherwise, you can reach me through the link in my bio, my video readings, audio readings. I try to send out same day. And all my other written readings I had to send out within 48 hours. So yes, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever it is you get up to. And hopefully we will speak again soon. Thank you.